plan was to do a workout with you today for of around 25 to 30 minutes to create a nice lunch break in which you get like a vitality boost. Just getting a bit active can revitalize yourself for going back to work. We're exhausting ourselves mentally in our work. Getting some physical exercise in will reboost that mental energy. So first of all, nice that you're all here, and we will see if other people join. Maybe I will shortly introduce to them what we're going to do if those are many and they don't know what to do. But I shall introduce my plan. We're going to start with a 5-minute warm-up, bit of stretching, heart rate a bit up, to get prepared for exercise. Then we're going on with some muscle exercises, and I'll explain the principle I use for that later on. We end with 2 minutes of cardiovascular exercises, with after that some cooling down to have a nice stretch and to feel mobile, flexible again. Yeah, what I want to say first is feel comfortable to perform all the exercises how you want it. Like I can do them in front of you, but if you don't feel comfortable, just do them differently. If it's too hard for you, choose to get some extra rest. And if you don't feel comfortable exercising in front of the camera, just turn your camera off and exercise with us without cam. So are there any questions at the moment? If no, then we're going to start with a warm-up. So we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're starting with some neck and shoulder rolls. So just roll your shoulders a bit, and we're doing each exercise for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, we go on to the next one, and I will give a sign. So roll your neck once, twice, and feel your upper body getting a bit more loose. And then for the next one, we're going to stand up and we're going to do some air boxing to get some moves in our upper extremity. Okay, here we go. Stand up with me. Just keep your hands in front of you, a bit flexible. This is not about power. This is just about activating yourself. And I see some people are a bit more dancing, and that's no problem. It's your own party. So go on for 5 more seconds. Okay, on to the next stretching exercise. Place your hands behind your neck. Put your elbows together in front of you and press them behind. Squeeze your shoulder blades. These are called shoulder gaiters, and they are a nice stretching exercise. And with each stretching exercise in the warming up, you want to be a bit dynamic. Static stretching we do at the end, and now we do dynamic stretching. So now we're going to take a little run in the place. So get your heart rate up and choose your own intensity. If you feel a little jog is too easy for you, do your knees high. So high knees. Okay, a few more seconds. Okay, deep breath. On to the next stretch. And those are hurdle steps. And you may know them from football. You're going to stand straight up and rotate your groin outwards and back inwards. First you do right, then you do left. So make sure you feel the stretch over here. And now on with some torso rotations, hands on the hips and a bit of turning. You can place your hands in front of you as well to get a bit more space or like elastic movement in. And feel that your mid body is getting more loose at the moment. So on with toe taps. And toe taps are like skater jumps, but more light. So we just do this. Bit of side movement, but not too much. This is not a muscle exercise for your glutes yet. So it's more about agility. Faster if you dare. Few more seconds. Okay. Now, mobilization for the chest. We're going to do a high chest expansion. Back to the front. Mid chest expansion. And we're going to alternate between that. So high and mid. And feel the stretch at your sternum. Okay. Now we're going to do a bit like dancing, some kind of. So head, shoulders, knees, toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. And we're going to pick up the pace a little bit more each time. Okay, 8 more seconds. This is a great exercise, adds something from your coordination as well. For the last stretch, you do an overhead reach, entangle your fingers, make yourself tall, feel the stretch in your back, and move once to the left, hold it for 3 seconds, to the right, and to each side once more. Okay, that's it. That was it for the warm-up. And now I will give a sign whenever we start with the mid part of the exercises. Make sure you have a bit of pace. You don't need any equipment. Maybe apart from 2 water bottles you have, or a book or a weight to make it more heavy for yourself. All other exercises you can either perform on the there's maybe one exercise you can perform at your desk or at your chair, but I will say it at that moment. We're going to use the principle of resting the remainder of the minute. This means I'm going to run a cycle of a minute, and in each cycle, I propose that you're going to do 40 seconds of exercise and then rest for the other 20 seconds of the minute. When the next minute starts, we're going to do 40 seconds more of exercise and then 20 seconds rest. We're going to do 5 different exercises and we're going to do them 3 minutes after each other. So 3 sets per exercise. If you feel like 40 seconds exercise is too much for you, just choose for yourself to go half-half. So you do only the exercise, for example, 30 seconds and you take 30 seconds of rest. So pick your own intensity that fits to you. In the first round, I'm going to show you the basic part. In the second round, I'm going to give advanced versions if you feel like you can do this. We're going to start with the middle part in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. We're going to start with squats. So feet shoulder width, bend to your knees, keep your back straight, and up. So just your own pace. We're doing this for 40 seconds. And we're now already 20 seconds off. Okay, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So maybe you get the principle now. we're now having some rest. Take some deep breaths in the rest. Make sure some energy flows through your muscles again for the next round. And of course, the next round is squats again. I'm going to show some variations, and you pick the one that fits to you. So here we go again. If you want it harder, you can opt for a faster squat, so more explosive. Another one is to add a little jump at the end. So you go deep and up, and up. So choose either one of the three variations and pick the one that fits to you. I'm going for 10 more seconds with jump squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. And you start to feel, when you're doing 40 seconds of jump squats, it's quite hard. So I think the intensity should fit for everyone. On with the next round. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Twenty more seconds to go. Three, 2, 1, and rest for a bit. Whew, that was the first exercise. I think a nice one to start with, good for our quads. Next one is going to be for our shoulders. It's quite not a hard exercise, but you have to get the coordination well. So we start off like this. 90 degrees in your shoulders, 90 degrees elbows. You turn upwards and you press out. So back, downward, move them really down, up. So now we're forcing all our muscles in our shoulders to work. And you may not work the biggest muscle groups in your shoulders, like the deltoids. So you don't get broad shoulders from this. But all the coordinating muscles, which are really important for stability. Okay, bit of rest. I see 40 seconds have expired. But the coordinating muscles you're training with this, you get a stable shoulder. And for office work, this is quite important. Since you sit all day with your shoulder in like, not the most comfortable position, really static positions. Okay, I'm sorry to say, I forgot, we're already in our next round. I'm sorry, Gino, I had to mention. And you can make this harder by grabbing a water bottle or a book so that you get more tension on your muscles of your shoulders. So 3. Okay, bit of rest again, 20 seconds. And I don't know about you, but I'm quite feeling a bit in my shoulders. It's not like my deltoids are burning, like I said, but you feel you're working and your coordination is like challenged. So last round for this one. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, now I give you an option for the next exercise. either we're going to do push-ups on the ground, or you do push-ups on your desk, or we do triceps dips. Now I shall propose we're doing push-ups. We're doing push-ups on our desk. So you place your hands on your desk, shoulder width. You bend forward and press up. So this is more for our chest. And whenever you feel like push-ups on the ground are better for me, just do it like that. So I don't see many people at the moment, but I saw you participating well. Gino, thanks. Doing great. 3, 2, 1, and a bit of rest. So what's the good thing about performing push-ups on your desk is you're working a part of your chest muscles, like the upper part, which you don't exercise with many other things, but they give you a big chest. So whenever going to the beach, you will look like pumped up like Arnold. So that's a nice thing about doing push-ups on the desk. On to the next round. And if it's too easy for you, add a clap. And if it's too hard, just take some extra rest. That's the best for this exercise. Clap. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest a bit. Take a deep breath. I think you're all deserving 20 seconds. And normally you would take more rest. On to the last round for this one. Here we go. And challenge yourself that you feel that your chest and maybe a bit of your triceps is burning at the end of this set. Okay, we have 12 seconds to go. And rest. Next one will be more of a combination exercise. We're going to do backward lunges. And when we're in the backward position, we're going to do shoulder press. So keep your core tight with this one. Feet shoulder width apart. And take a lunge backward. Press your shoulders up. Back. And go back to the beginning position. Okay, so take a step back. And we're always doing like 20 seconds for the one leg. And then we'll switch to our other. So go, if you did your right to your left and left to the right, press. And push up to your front leg. Make sure to put all your weight on your front leg, or like almost all your weight. Not too much on your back leg. Bit of rest at the moment. And why is that? Now we create tension on our quads of the leg we're standing on, which will make it harder. More time on tension is more muscle work at the moment. So we're going to start again, next round. So lunge back, press up, and to the beginning. And switch to the other leg. And of course, with this one, oh, sorry, Gino, I forgot to say we have rest, but you're so enthusiastic. You're doing great. I forgot to say, you can make this harder by grabbing a book again, maybe two. So I'm going to do that for this one. To make the shoulder press a bit harder, we're going on. So step back, press up. And this is especially harder for the shoulder press, but of course, it will work a bit for your legs as well. And switch to your other leg. Five more seconds to go. And last one. And rest. How are you feeling? Give a thumbs up if you're feeling great and still ready to go. Now working more on our core. Office work, quite important, all day sitting. So place your hands behind your head and we're going to do standing crunches. So we lift our left knee and we go to it with our right hand. And crunching our core with this one. And alternate. So first you lift your left knee and then your right. Keep on breathing with this one so that you get your core stable. Ten more seconds to go for the first round. And the last one, and some rest. You can see, even without equipment, you can do quite a workout, especially if we're going to do the more cardiovascular exercises next. You will notice that you get a bit tired, but it will reboost yourself as well. We go on with the next round. So crunch, and you notice I had a moment of instability. Two more, and then again a bit of rest. Okay. Take some rest. And we're already going to the last round for our muscle exercise. Time flies, at least for me. And I hope you have fun as well, and time flies for you. Here we go. Crunch. And I think this one doesn't need to be harder. I think already maintaining control over your core is more than challenging enough. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And that was it for the mid part. So roll your shoulders for a few seconds, grab some water if you like, take a deep breath. I'm going to slowly tell you what to do in our cooling down, and then we start with it. Like I shortly mentioned before, we're going to do 2 minutes in which we get our heart rate up again, and then we get 3 minutes of stretching to get ourselves flexible and prepared for work. In the 2 minutes, we're going to switch between two exercises, and those are the wood chopper. I will shortly introduce it. Like, imagine you get an axe in your hand and you chop and up. That's the first one. We're going to do that for half a minute. And after that half a minute, we're going directly on to the skater jumps. So those are like the toe taps we did, but then bigger. So we work a bit more of our glutes. So jump like a skater, alternate back. Maybe you don't see me behind my screen. A bit more like this. And choose your own height, width of the jump, and the pace you choose. It's like get your own intensity. So after that, we're going to do some stretching. That will be more static, and that will speak for itself if we go on with it. So 4 times half a minute, getting the heart rate up, and then directly on with 6 stretching exercises for half a minute. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get your axe and chop. And all moves explosively. And you could grab a water bottle for this as well. Halfway there. I'd say you do the next round on the other side, or like Gino does, you switch within the exercise, no problem as well. And now on with the skater jump. So let's go. Keep on breathing, keep your core tight, make sure you don't fall. And a bit faster if you feel like you're ready. But if you go faster, make sure you don't lose width of your jump. Okay, next round of chops. Here we go. And chop. Up, chop. Up, chop. Halfway there. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and on to skater jumps. Come on, last half minute of getting your heart rate up. Here we go. Big jumps. Make this one challenging. Come on. 10. 10 more seconds to go. 2 more good ones. Come on. 3, 2, 1. And on with the stretching. We're doing quad stretches at first. So 15 seconds for your one leg. Grab your foot, knees together, and feel the stretch in your quads. And now switch to the other side. So you've had at least 10 seconds of stretching your quads, both sides. And now we're going to do the golden exercise from the warm-up. So overhead stretch. We have like 30 seconds stretching in our back. And we're going to combine that with a sideward. So first, some seconds to the one side. And now we switch to the other. Next one, take a seat. And we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Place your heel on the ground, your leg stiff, and reach to your toe. And now you feel the stretch in the back of your leg. First for your right, and then switch to your left. Now on with the shoulder stretch. So hands in front of you, arms in front of you. Wrap your shoulder, pull it a bit to the side to you. Feel the stretch here at the back of your shoulder. First one side, and now the other. Now a small hip stretch. Place one leg on your knee and go sit comfortably. Press your knee, which is upward, down, and feel the stretch in your groin and in your hip region. Okay. Other side. Last one for our neck. Grab your ear on the other side. Look downward and pull your neck to the side. Feel the stretch at this place and switch to the other side. And we're ending with the thing we begun with. So roll your shoulders, roll your neck, take some deep breaths, and feel like you're loose again. And that was already it for the workout. Thank you for doing along. Did you like it?